I have a few questions regarding car accidents and motorcycle accidents.
Okay.
First off, when I'm in a car accident or automobile collision of any type, what is the first thing that I should do?
Well, the first thing that you should do is contact the police and make a police report. Because you want to have documentation as to exactly what happened. I mean, a lot of people will get out and want to just exchange information or insurance information or name or address or whatever. But, when you're in a car accident, let's say it's a rear ender, many people at the time of the accident don't feel like they've been injured at all. It's very common to not feel neck pain or back pain or anything like that. So they'll just kind of brush off the fact that the police get called, and that's one of the very misconceptions about being injured in an automobile accident. You need to have a police report. The other things you want to make sure that you do is you want to take photographs. You want to take photographs of the vehicles. Many times the vehicles will get towed away and they'll be in different lots. And you might have to go to two different lots to get the photographs, but you want to take photographs of the damage to the vehicles, because later down the line you're going to need them and you may not be able to get them, and the insurance company that you're dealing with may not want to give them to you. So it's good to have your own set of photographs. If you're injured to the extent that you have cuts and bruises, or broken bones where you would have casts, you want to take pictures of all of those things too, because down the road those things are going to heal and you're going to need evidence of them, so that you can show to either the insurance adjuster or potentially even a jury exactly what happened to you. You want to keep a diary of everything that happens, starting with the day of the collision, because these types of cases, first of all, the statute of limitations is 2 years from the date of the accident. So let's say someone waits 2 years to file. By the time that case gets really up and running, you're going to be 2.5, 3 years after the accident. And most people want to forget about things that are not pleasant to them, so their memories aren't very good. So the best thing to do is to keep a daily diary or a weekly diary of everything that you're feeling, what you want to do that you can't do, how you're feeling, what doctor's visits you're going to, things of that nature. So you want to keep everything complete. You want to go and see your own doctor. Initially, most people have family doctors, and that's the first person to go and see because they know you better than anybody. And then at that point, if they feel that you need any type of specialized care, they'll refer you to someone. They initially start out very conservatively trying to treat you, and if your symptoms don't go away, then that's when they might start doing MRIs or CAT scans, things of that nature, to try to make sure that you don't have any type of serious debilitating injury. You're going to get a lot of medical bills, so you want to keep the medical bills as they come in. If you have insurance, submit your medical bills to your health insurance carrier. That's one way to keep things out of collection, because even if you get the other side to pay your medical bills, it's not going to be for a considerable amount of time, because they won't do it until they actually settle the case. So many people don't want to turn them into their health care provider because they're worried about their premiums going up or whatever. But if you want to keep your bills out of collection, then the best thing to do is immediately submit them to your health care provider or your health care insurer. Lost wages, if you lose time at work, that's something you want to put into your diary. It's also something that can be obtained from your employer down the road if that's where things go. If there are witnesses to the accident, a lot of times people will stop, but then if they feel that everybody's okay, then they'll leave. So at the time of the collision, you really want to, if there's people that have stopped and offered to help or whatever, you want to get their names and their telephone numbers so that down the road, if need be, they can be contacted to find out exactly what they saw. There are times that you feel that fault is going to be easy to be determined, but in some situations it's not, and witnesses that were actually there at the time are very helpful in that regard. And many times they get away from you, and there's no way to find them. So in a situation where you're injured in an automobile accident, you need to make sure that you go to the hospital if you're injured at the time. You need to make sure you keep records, very thorough records, and you need to be patient, because if you contact an attorney, then you want to keep all the information available to the attorney, and it's going to take time. Injuries sometimes will re-flare up in months down the road. So, an attorney is not going to advise you to immediately settle or quickly settle your case because of the potential of flare-ups or more permanent problems and conditions down the road. And it's for your own well-being. So a case, it can last a year, it can last 5 years. It just depends. And you need to be patient, because the attorney or whoever's working on the case is trying to do what's in your best interest.